In today's conversation, I want to speak to you about a massive personal loan from Comerica Bank. Maximum loan amount $275,000, FICO minimum 550, APR 12.85%, loan term 8 years. Don't go anywhere. You're going to love today's conversation. I guarantee it. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Security Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you had to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee, or tea, or vodka, and let's roll. In today's discussion, I want to speak to you about a gigantic personal loan from Comerica Bank, $275,000 tester limit, minimum FICO 550, APR on average 12.85%, 8 years tester loan maturity. Before I get into the actual nitty-gritty, please understand that this video is purely educational and informative. We have no association, no affiliation, or no relationship with Comerica Bank. They have not paid us to do this video, okay? We're just doing this video because we want to share information with you guys. So what are the loan facts here? This could be an unsecured loan, a secure loan, a co-signed loan, or a debt consolidation loan. The maximum amount, $275,000. The APR will range from 7.85% to 23.99%. There are no fees. The term up to 8 years. The time to funding 3 days, and there are no extra conditions. So this is basically it. So with Comerica Bank, we're going to focus in today's conversation on the unsecured loan. There are other loans to consider when you think about Comerica. They have auto, boat, and RV loans. So this is the kind of loans that's kind of cool. And so you can have new and used car loans, and the terms 36 to 72 months for 2020 and 2021 models. You have used auto loan terms from 36 to 60 months for 214 and 220 models, and auto loan amounts from $2,500 to $100,000. The boat loan terms offered up to 180 months from $5,000 to $500,000, and the RV loan terms offered up to 180 months for $5,000 to $250,000. So this is kind of important. Now, if you need more information, you can contact a Comerica representative today. And so besides the auto, boat, and RV loans, we also have student loans. So this is kind of cool because we love the fact that Comerica actually covers a whole 9 yards in terms of student loans. They have loans for undergraduate, graduate. So with graduate, they have a constellation of loans. So they have the graduate student loans, MBA loans, medical school loans, dental school loans, graduate school loans for health professions, law school loans, and parent loans. They also offer home loans, home equity, home mortgage, refinancing. So you can see that Comerica is really solid when it comes to loans in general, particularly personal loans. I want to give you a little synopsis, a little overview of Comerica. Folks, in this show, I am talking to you about a huge personal loan from Comerica Bank. Maximum loan amount, $275,000. All FICOs are welcome as long as you have a minimum of 550. Okay, 550, that's the key number here. So when we talk about Comerica, they are a financial services company headquartered in Dallas, Texas, and they are among the 25 largest financial holding companies in the United States. And the cool thing here is that even if you don't live in Texas or you don't live in neighboring states, you can still qualify because Comerica is a national player. Okay, if you have any question, you can contact them. We love the fact that this is a company that is this bank is constantly innovating, and we love the fact that they have low opening deposits. They have a wide range of products. I mean, you got to go through their website to see the repertoire of products they have. Fantastic. In terms of experience, really good customer experience is constantly improving, and we love the fact that they have been around for nearly 200 years. They've been around for about 175 years, and we love the fact that they're constantly innovating. They have also limited. One thing we don't like is that they have limited locations in terms of branches. But one thing for sure, one thing I want to say here is that They are a national player, and they can actually take care of you. They can actually issue the loan to you, the personal loan that you need, no matter where you live. So after evaluating Comerica Bank on tens of criteria, including the loan variety, the loan amount generosity, the cost, the reputation, the customer service, we assigned the company a score of 8.5 over 10. And online, we have found other reviewers who actually mimicked, if you will, they confirmed our ratings. For example, we went on one of the best personal finance website, Wallet Hub, and you can see on the screen that the Comerica Bank has received an aggregate score of 3.5 out of 5 stars, and this came from 1,133 reviews. So overall, I'll just say that Comerica is a good, solid bank for personal loans. The only thing is you need to have a relationship with them. You need to open a bank account, at least one bank account. It can be a checking account or a savings account, but it has to be at least one. And if you have some money and you want to park all your cash with the Comerica, then think about opening a checking account and a savings account. And you can also open a money market account and a CD account. I want to talk to you now about eligibility criteria. Folks, in this show, I am speaking to you about a superb personal loan from Comerica Bank. Maximum loan amount, $275,000. Minimum loan amount is $5,000, okay? And minimum FICO, 550. This is just wonderful. We love that. And so what about eligibility here? In terms of eligibility, they ask for a couple of things. They ask for your credit score and history. So basically, even though the maximum amount is $275,000, if you have a FICO of say 550, you're not getting the whole 275. That just makes sense, right? And you probably get 10 grand or 20 grand or 30 grand. But hey, listen, anything counts, right? So they want you to have, you want to show your credit score and history, your income is very important. They want to have at least, it depends on the states where you live, but they love to have at least $1,500 in income. That's actually gross. $1,500 as income. Sometimes they will go to $2,000. And your debt to income ratio. Here is a big decision time. Do you know your debt to income ratio? Very important. Do you know your DTI? No. Your debt to income ratio is expressed as a percentage and represents the portion of your gross monthly income that goes towards your monthly debt service. Okay. Think of it as a metric to predict your ability to make payments on new and current debt. And the cool thing here is that lenders such as Comerica Bank love DTI below 35% to 36%. Okay, they want you to have a very low DTI. In some cases, we have seen Comerica Bank approve prospective borrowers with a DTI around 45%. And in some cases, Comerica might ask for a collateral. So if you're going to ask for a lot of money, let's say you have poor credit or fair credit, and you're asking for 250. In some cases, in some states, they might ask for collateral. There is no origination fee. And they might want you to provide a proof of identity also in terms of your driver's license, your passport, your certificate of citizenship, your birth certificate, your military ID, whatever it is that you have to show them that you are, quote unquote, you qualify for this loan. And in terms of employer and income verification, they might want to see your pay stubs, your returns, your W-2s and 1099s, your bank statements, and your employer contact information. This is something they want to have. And for proof of address, anything that, your rental or auto insurance, your voter registration card, or a proof of home, rental or rental insurance. Yeah, they might ask for a recent utility bill also. This could be good as well. Let's talk about the use of loan proceeds, folks. And this show, just to contextualize for those people who haven't followed us since the beginning, I am speaking to you about a gigantic personal loan from Comerica Bank. Maximum loan amount, $275,000. Minimum loan amount, $5,000. Minimum FICO, 550. And we have an APR in the double digits rather. And so you can use the loan from Comerica Bank to do a lot of things. You can use it to pay off higher interest debts. They're okay with that. You can, if you want to consolidate or you just want to pay off interest debt with a higher APR, whether it is a credit card or just a regular loan. You can use the money to cover medical expenses. I'm just giving you the list of acceptable uses of loan proceeds because they will ask you, why do you need the money? Okay, so you can use the money to cover medical expenses. You can use the money to make home improvements, right? Let's say you want to upgrade your home or make home repairs. Then you can use the cash from Comerica Bank for that. You can use the money to respond to an emergency, right? Stuff happens. Everybody goes through stuff. You know what it is. And you can use if stuff happens and cash is tight, you can use the money for an emergency. You can also use the money from Comerica Bank to cover the cost of funeral expenses. We all know that sometimes funeral expenses can be very expensive and they can be very high. And if you are in a cash crunch at that moment, you can use a loan from Comerica Bank to take care of that. Let me ask you a question. Big decision time. When was the last time you actually have maintained your vehicle? Do you have a vehicle? Do you drive right now? If yes, do you have a scheduled maintenance program, or do you have insurance that takes care of that? Talk to me, because we've seen in our analysis that some people will ask Comerica Bank for low loan amounts, and they will use the cash to repair a vehicle or just to buy a new vehicle. Okay, and because they just love the fact that the rates are low with Comerica Bank, and they don't want to go and get a normal auto loan, car loan. You can also use the money from Comerica Bank to cover moving costs. You can use it to take a vacation. You can use it to pay for a wedding. So, I mean, you don't have to use the money to cover only the cost of funeral expenses. You can use the money also to pay for, happier events like a wedding or a baby shower or that kind of stuff. So you have a whole repertoire of uses for the loan that you have for Comerica Bank. It's totally your call. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome City Kiwi Show. I'm still having a conversation with you today about a massive personal loan from Comerica Bank. Maximum loan amount, $275,000. Minimum loan amount, $5,000. All kinds of credit profiles are welcome as long as the minimum is 550. You got to have a FICO score of 550, okay? So let me talk to you now about the evidence needed. What evidence does Comerica Bank need to approve you for this loan? One thing I want to say is that the forms vary by program and lending institutions. For example, if you are in Texas versus you are a New York applicants or you are California lending applicants, the Comerica branch in those areas or the Comerica loan department that is assigned to your area, to your states, might give you a different set of instructions. However, overall, they'll be asking questions like, why are you applying for this loan? Right, we already covered that when we spoke about the use of loan proceeds, right? They will ask you basically what assets need to be purchased, if any. If you're using the money to buy a home or a boat or a car, and they will want to know your DTI. We spoke about the DTI earlier. So what other personal debt do you have and who are your creditors, right? So in this case, Comerica Bank wants to make sure that they have a clear idea of the loans that you currently have outstanding. They might want to ask you whether you are co-borrowing or co-signing. Is this a joint loan application? And they might want to have your income tax returns for the last 3 years, for example, right? So you can submit your 1040s and the Schedule Cs. And if you want to add some business information onto the application to beef up your chances, then add that. You can add your 1065 or your 1120. It's totally up to you. And also your financial statements. Let me ask you, big decision time. Let me ask you a question. Do you have your personal financial statements ready? Have you prepared them? Do you know what they are? Big question, big decision time. I want you to think right now, because if you're in for the rest of your life, your personal financial statements will be quintessential in terms of loans. Any loans that you will be applying for in the future. So you might as well just right now start, there are a lot of templates online. You don't have to have a PhD in accounting or quantitative finance or any kind of investment banking experience to know what a personal financial statement is. There are a lot of templates online. Just go ahead and download one and just fill it up. Some apps just even do it for you for free. So your personal financial statements will include things like your balance sheet, your personal balance sheet, your personal income statement, and in some cases, the bank might want to see your personal cash flow statements. In addition to that, they might want to see your bank statements for the last 3 months. Let me talk to you now about how to apply. Folks, we are going to apply to the Comerica. Of course, we are speaking today about a superb, a gigantic, a gigantic loan, personal loan from Comerica Bank. Folks, we are speaking about a maximum loan amount of $275,000, minimum loan amount of $5,000. I keep repeating this because I want you to see the magnitude of the loan. I want you to see the opportunity. I want you to really understand that this loan can be yours if you can apply properly. You can strategize over the best way to apply for this loan. You can get it. So you can apply at a branch. You can apply via email, fax, online, over the phone, or if you received a pre-solicitation offer in the mail, just respond to them. But let's just quickly go through what you will see if you were to apply online. So you can see on the screen here. So you have to go to the Comerica Bank loan page and you have to click on Get Started. And then they give you 4 options. Okay, so you can you can get a car loan, you can get a personal loan, you can use your home equity loan, or you can get a recreational loan. That's the RV. And you pick. We picked the personal loan. So when you pick the personal loan, we got this message that right now you cannot complete your loan application online. And what we've seen here is that we reached out to Comerica Bank, and they said that their systems are currently having a problem. So by the time if you do it, you shouldn't have any problem. Okay, you can just proceed. But right now they're having temporary problems when this show was being recorded. But the thing here is that it's not a problem because if you can see on the next screen here, we try to use another loan. So we click, for example, I want a car loan as opposed to a personal loan, and because we just wanted to show you the questionnaire that you have to go through. So when you click on I want a car loan, and the process is similar for a personal loan. They're going to ask you some information about what you want to do with the money. And on the next screen, we also tried it for the home equity loan. So that also worked. And we also tried for the recreational loan also. So everything works. Okay. One thing I want to say here is that for personal loan, you just need to contact Comerica Bank directly if you're not able to do anything online. But the process is very simple. They only ask you for income tax returns for the last 2 years or 3 years, proof of income, so current pay stubs or profit and loss statements if self-employed, your bank statements, your personal financial statements, I already spoke about that, your cash flow worksheets. Okay, this is something you need to have. So once you have that, if you contact them, you should be fine. And you can see on the screen here, we are listing here their contact information. So that's the first screenshot, 800-266-3742. They're open 24/7. First screenshot. And the second screenshot. All right, let me give you a few pro tips, folks. I want you to increase your chances of getting approval for this loan. Again, which loan are we talking about? We're speaking about a giant personal loan from Comerica Bank. Maximum loan amount $275,000. Minimum loan amounts, we have a $5,000. And if you have a FICO score as low as 550, you can qualify for this loan. And so if you want to increase your chances of getting the loan, you need to demonstrate sufficient cash flow. Folks, it's very important. Do you have, this is a big decision time. Do you have sufficient cash flow right now? How much do you have right now? Do you have money? Do you have some moolah parked somewhere in another institution? Talk to me. Talk to me right now. Okay, so the thing here is that obviously if you had a lot of cash sitting around in the house, you wouldn't be actually looking for a loan, but you got to have a little bit of money. I'm not asking you to have $275,000 in the bank account, but you got to have something, right? You got to have something. So the thing is here, the money you have right now, you need to transfer part of it to Comerica Bank. You need to open a bank account, a checking account, and or a savings account. I've spoken about a CD and a money market account before. Those are great options also. So you need to demonstrate sufficient cash flow. Money has to come in every month. I don't care if you have a job or no job. Whatever it is that you do that is legit, it has to be legit. Whatever it is that is legal, you need to get the money. You need to show that you are making money every month. This could be passive income. A lot of folks are sitting somewhere in Acapulco or just chilling. They're just relaxing, drinking champagne and vodka, whatever, and they're just making money. So, but you gotta demonstrate sufficient cash flow, and you also need to understand that you need to keep your documents in order. So when I speak about documents, I'm speaking about a whole repertoire of paperwork. So we have your business and personal tax returns if you have a business. If not, just your personal tax returns, your personal bank statements, your personal financial statements. Okay, and if you have a business and you want Comerica Bank to consider the business data in conjunction with your personal data to qualify you for the loan, you have to supply also all the kind of information that relates to the business. So your business financial statements, your business legal documents, your business bank statements, all that kind of stuff, including your business plan. Okay, at the end of the day, the more complete your paperwork is, the better. Now, you don't have to stash all the paperwork at home. You can save everything on the cloud, or you can save everything locally on your computer or on a USB key drive. Your call. All right, folks, this is it for today's conversation. I was speaking to you about a large personal loan from Comerica Bank. Maximum loan amount $275,000, minimum $5,000. So I gave you an overview, the loan facts, the lender at a glance, eligibility criteria, use of loan proceeds, the evidence needed, how to apply, and some pro tips. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate that. I will see you another time, but until then, stay marvelous.